So do not lose to a Tesla.
Yes.
I will kick you out.
Hurricane season custom.
When it was announced that Street Outlaws No Prep Kings was coming to Dragway 42, I bought tickets for our family right away. In addition to VIP superfan access, they had the option to sign up for a fan race at no extra charge. Going by the description, it looked like you could participate in any vehicle and they would simply pair you up with something similar. But about a week before the event, more rules were posted and it didn't seem like that was going to be the case. And when Dad showed up at the track before me, he was met with extreme opposition and told we'd have to race in an index class that we didn't know existed if we passed tech, which included engine diapers, and signed a huge stack of waivers. We decided not to waste the day worrying about it, but Chris and Brian were still in the race. Even though they made Brian drive back to Akron to change his tires, again, wasn't in the rules that you couldn't run or drag radial. It just wasn't worth the aggravation of trying to worry about racing all day long. We just wanted to enjoy our time. One of the things Dad did in preparation for this race was buy a new helmet, and he figured that'd be the perfect thing to collect signatures on. The twins brought some sketchbooks, and we set out to take advantage of our VIP early access to the pits. NPK pits are kind of wild. The trailers and setups make it feel like an NHRA event, but a lot of these guys are just regular people who managed to get into a TV show. So they're still working on their own cars, diagnosing issues, and trying to prepare for a race while meeting fans and signing autographs. But most of them are very friendly and gracious. It is also still a no-prep event, which means no one is doing time trials or qualifying, so everyone is pretty accessible until chip draw. It's definitely interesting to study all the cars and combinations to see where all that TV money has been spent. One of the things I did find funny was Scott Taylor was selling a set of his old slicks for like $300, and Mike Bowman had a set out that just said free, take them. Those big tires take up a lot of room in the trailer all the way to California.
How about that? Yeah, beautiful car. Over there.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Here, just get a picture, guys. All right, ready?
It was cool when we met Farm Truck and Asian because Lou from 405 Photo actually took my GoPro to do the filming and gave me some tips on some different camera accessories.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. It's better than pinstripe. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at the rig. We're filming it. We're filming it. Oh, look. It's like a mechanical gyro, huh? Yeah. That works.
Thanks, guys. You have a good one.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. This for all you guys? Those are mine too. Yeah. Awesome. Keeps it level.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Tight light.
All right, that shows up better than I thought.
Hurricane season custom. There you go.
Drying it. All right, there you go.
Doing good.
Yourself? Got a new film crew here, Dana. We may not need you.
Stole it.
You guys want a picture with your
Okay,
phone?
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you guys want a picture?
Pictures.
Come get a picture. Get
Picture?
in front of them. Like, maybe
Yes,
one on each
I'll
side.
get a picture. Okay, we can make it happen.
When you get closer. Okay, ready?
He's like, what do you want, Mom?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You know, they make a girl.
You guys are fine. Do your thing. Hold up your program.
Boys, how are you guys?
So NPK offers a lot of different levels of tickets. They've got general, then they've got super, then they've got VIP no limit, which actually has limits because then you'd have to get the VIP Rockstar to have no limits. In addition to that, they had all these different classes. They ran a small tire class, then they ran a couple index classes. There was a big tire class, which actually just ended up being a class for any of the NPK guys that went out first round to get into. And they were also filming the locals only portion of the show, which is 8 hand-selected cars, and like half of them ended up being from out of state. So it wasn't as local as you would think locals only should be. And of course, there was still the daily driver fan race, which Chris and Brian were entered into, but we didn't really get much information throughout the day as far as when they were supposed to race or how that was going to happen. Once we finally learned how all that actually went down, I was so glad that we weren't entered into it because it would have ruined our entire day. Since this is going to be a televised TV show, and frankly I feel like racing videos get very, very boring after a while, I'm just throwing in some highlights here. Now, one big piece of advice I can give if you're ever going to an NPK event and have a race car, bring that race car, because then you get to park in the pits and you have access to your vehicle, shade, food and drinks, you've got a place to sit down. It's a really, really nice feature to have. You can even bring your RC cars to have races in between rounds.
Hey, Brian. Want to arm drop it? Where are we running to? We're going to crash. Let's go, babe. Hey, Ron. I'm ready. Oh my God.
So the Not So Locals Only race is a 8-car race with 5,000 to win, and then you get a chance. So the winner goes against a street outlaw, and there's a chance to win another 5,000. So you could win $10,000 for this Not So Locals Only race. I have to say, I was pretty excited to get to see the Tin Soldiers Charlie Brown car race. Once we were pretty well into the evening, they finally kind of announced the Daily Driver Race chip draw, but if you weren't really listening, you would have missed it. And Brian almost missed it. And the woman running the race prided herself on failing people in tech and kicking them out.
Once we get up here, I will check everyone's tires again. So if you did try to go pull a fast one on me, it ain't gonna happen. I will kick you out. Here we go. Let's go. Just let's go. Like the invites. 1, 2, 3, that makes it easier on me.
Got one.
Still got one. I still got one in here.
So these guys just kind of had to stand around until they were called, and we were deep into eliminations and actually finals in some of the races. So after like a 6 or 7 hour wait, they finally got to race daily drivers, but they were going to let them do a test pass first. I wasn't sure if we were ever going home. No nitrous was one of those hidden rules that came out at the last minute, and Brian and I had this conversation about whether or not he should spray it on his test pass. We decided definitely not. Save it until you're up on the line for your actual race. They also wouldn't let his dad come up to the line to line him up unless he bought like another $75 ticket. Perry just had one objective: burnout.
That was a bad. This is a fantastic color Monte Carlo SS. Now listen, no pressure, but you're fixing to race an electric automobile.
On 80%.
On 80%.
Well, we made him take his Honda generator out of the back.
No generator.
Are you sure it's not a Milwaukee battery?
Hey, he wants to know if that thing's got the Milwaukee battery package. That 18 volts. He said 21 volts, not 18. So do not lose to a Tesla.
Now keep in mind, this is just a test pass. They spend a lot of time fooling around the line during this daily driver race.
Let's do this.
Now, the audio didn't come through, but Dominator told Brian to go back and do another burnout. For no reason.
He wants me to do another burnout. Dominator's request.
Now remember, these are his street hard tires that he had to drive back to Akron for because they wouldn't let him race on his radials.
This guy is saving weight to get his off with his hands on the hood. Is that allowed in daily drivers?
These Monzas were a father-son index class final. Derek in the orange Mustang ended up winning the locals only race and got a chance to race Kai Kelly, and he negotiated a pretty good race.
So I would say that how do you feel like you race up against a big time professional street outlaw? Heads up. Heads up? No chance. You're absolutely right. You would get demolished, right? So you're going to have to negotiate.
I plan on negotiating. This one leads in my favor.
A grassroots guy like yourself, going up against a pro. Speaking of pro, let's go and introduce your big time Mr. Kai Kelly, NPK champion.
So once that was over, it was finally time to go back to the first round of the daily driver race. Now remember, the plan was to keep Brian's nitrous on the down low. But let's be honest, they wouldn't let the guy race on drag radials, but we've got an all-wheel drive Tesla and a Trackhawk in the class. And thus ended a very long, but very fun day at No Prep Kings that I'm glad we didn't race in. And I'm also glad I don't have to put this much merch away.